In the chapel of the Flagellation, the crown of thorns, which are intertwined with crystal roses letting light pass through, indicates that over pain and death, hope prevails. The place where Jesus was scourged and condemned marked the third station of the Lenten pilgrimage, which is part of the Lenten tradition in the Holy Land. Father Stefano Varon celebrated the Mass and the prayer of the Vespers as well. In the homily, Father Luigi Maria Epicoco spoke about the fruitfulness of pain.
Gesù diventa solidale anche con questa parte del dolore umano che è il dolore fisico.
Jesus supports this side of human pain, the physical pain, a pain that leads us to desperation that calls for death because it can become unbearable. This is the place where Jesus experiences this kind of suffering that almost touches despair and teaches us abandonment. As in Gethsemane, here he teaches us that offering can change everything. That is, we should offer our suffering. Not that this explains suffering, but in a certain sense it makes it bearable, human, and fruitful.
Sofferenza in un certo senso, ma la rende vivibile, la rende umana, la rende feconda.
The fourth stage of the pilgrimage took place in Bethany, the land of Martha, Mary, and Lazarus, Jesus' friends. Among those present were representatives of the small local Christian community made up of about 30 families.
I try to live charity, including everyone, Christians and Muslims. Charity is the most important virtue in our lives. It allows us to reflect the light of Christ in the world. We are the light and the salt of the earth.
Here, the Mass was celebrated by Father David Grenier, the Secretary General of the Custody of the Holy Land. Also in this Mass, the homily was preached by Father Luigi Maria Epicoco.
Jesus
was able to give his life for Lazarus. He resurrected Lazarus, and from that moment on, he was sentenced to death. A sort of exchange takes place. Lazarus is safe, and Jesus dies instead. This shows us that the greatest love is always concrete. It is never abstract. At some point, giving one's life means dealing with the name of Lazarus, the name of a person or a situation in which we are called to truly give our life. After Mass, the reading of the Gospel took place. It narrates Lazarus' resurrection by the entrance to his tomb, where later everyone was able to enter to pray. An unforgettable experience for pilgrims who have the privilege of living Lent in the Holy Land. We come from Brazil, where we learned about many events through the Gospel, but here we can live the Gospel. We are standing right where Jesus walked.
I was able to see and touch places. I could feel a more alive, a deeper faith. I mainly was able to perceive that Jesus is real. However, does my faith depend on the fact that I am here? On the fact that I was able to come here? Not at all. I have always believed. But being here enriches my faith in a more tangible way.
Eu sempre acreditei, mas estando aqui, eu sinto de forma muito mais concreta.